Kaya, bye-bye pa ako.
Bye. Hi everyone, welcome to Augustina's Travels. Today I'm going to be reviewing Trs Turquesa, located in the Dominican Republic in Punta Cana. Let's get straight into it. This is like my 9th all-inclusive, my first time in the Dominican Republic. I have been to Mexico 8 times. I know it's a lot, but I do love me some Mexico. I was comparing a lot of Mexico to the Dominican. When I talk about Mexico, I'm talking about Cabo, and I'm talking about Cancun, I'm talking about Riviera Maya, and I'm talking about Tulum. Yeah, it's very different. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's very different. Anyways, this review is going to be broken down into different parts. I'm going to be talking about the check-in process. I'm going to be talking about the room. I'm going to also be talking about the beach. I'm going to be talking about the food and also the activities at the resort. And at the end of my review, I will give it a rating. So if this is what you're interested in, subscribe and stay tuned. Okay, so let's get started. Check-in. The check-in process was actually really good. As soon as we arrived at the resort, there was somebody there at the front. They basically greeted us with a welcome drink. It was like a coconut water, super refreshing. You check in, you get your bracelet, they bring you a welcome drink. They will try to offer you an upgrade. What they told us was that our room wasn't ready and that if we wanted to get a room right away, that we should upgrade to the swim out suite. And then as soon as we said no, they're like, oh, your room's ready. And I was like, okay. So the swim out suite upgrade would have cost about $125 US per night, times that by 7. I don't do math. Maybe you do. You can calculate it. It just wasn't worth it. The swim out rooms, they're nice, but I was just there for the beach, not really to swim in a pool. I'm not really a pool person when I'm on a all-inclusive. So, but if that's something you're into, you can go ahead and do that. We checked in. They had someone that took us on a little trolley up to our room. So the room buildings, just an FYI, if you cannot walk up the stairs, make sure that you request for a ground floor room. There are no elevators. There's no elevators in the entire resort. Okay, so, and the room buildings, some of them are like 2, 3, 4 floors high. So if you can't climb the stairs, make sure you ask for a ground level room. So the rooms were actually quite nice. We booked the super basic junior suite, and that came with 2 sinks. There was a mini fridge. The mini fridge never got cold, like ever. They restocked it with like some beer, some Coke, Coca-Cola, some Coca-Cola, some like Sprite, some different kinds of beers. There's like Coors Light beer, and there was some like local beers as well. So if you're a beer drinker, that's cool. You can also request for them to also bring other types of drinks, and I'll talk about that a little bit later when I talk about the butler. The TV channels were fine. Like there was like maybe 5 English channels. There was like the Food Network, which I absolutely love, so I was happy about that. And there was a variety of different sports channels, so it was fine. There's a balcony that overlooked the swim out, the pool area rather, and that was whatever. The balcony was fine. The room was spacious. They cleaned it twice a day sometimes. So they did the turn down service, and they put like little chocolates and little candies in your room, which was nice. Bathroom had 2 sinks. The shower never got hot in the morning. It took a long time for it to get hot. And it never got hot in the morning. It actually got hot in the afternoon. Like I found like when I took my second shower of the day before getting ready for the night, that's when the water was actually hot. I don't know if like they just don't really have pipes that heat up and they just use the sun. I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe it is. So that was that. Other than that, the room was really good. Every room building actually comes with a butler. We had about 3 butlers for our building, and they're all super nice. They actually communicate with you on WhatsApp. I'll show you like a little clip here of what like those text messages look like, and they send it to you every day, letting you know like what activities are happening at the resort, et cetera, and this is how you like contact them. So if you don't have WhatsApp on your phone, I would download that so that you can actually communicate with them. Another thing that's good about this resort is they actually have an app. So Trs Turquesa, I don't know why you're saying like that, but I just do. It's actually part of the Palladium group. So there's actually 3 other resorts that are located on the same property. I'll put like a map right here. And so they're actually all connected together, but Trs Turquesa it's the adults only portion. And the Grand Palladium people cannot actually come onto the Trs Turquesa property unless they're booking like one of the restaurants or something like that. And I'll get into that a little bit later. Let's get into the beach. The beach was absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness. There was basically no seaweed, and if there was seaweed, they cleared it up before like we got there in the morning. So I was super happy about that. Now, this is the thing I didn't like about the beach. The beach is actually quite small for Trs Turquesa guests. If you want a good seat at the beach, I'm not kidding you, you need to get up at like 5 a.m. to save a spot, because that's what everybody basically did. I think these people actually did not bring their towels in the night before, because the towel person didn't even open till like 7 a.m. or something like that, 7, 8 a.m. So I think what people were doing was they were saving their towels from the night before, and early, like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, they would actually go to the beach and put their towels on the chairs. Because my husband and I would literally get up and go, like, I think the first morning we got there at 7:30 in the morning, and there was like no chairs. And I was actually shocked. I was like, how are there no chairs? Like, what do you mean? It's like 7:30 in the morning. And you would think that there would be enough, but there was no chairs. So the next morning we had to go at like 6 a.m. And even when we went at 6 a.m., we were able to get some chairs, but like all the majority, like the prime time spots, whatever, were like taken. So I didn't like that at all. And the security, they weren't really like walking around to make sure. There are signs that say like no reserving beach chairs, but people still did it and they didn't care. Anyways, so the butlers come in handy in case like you need them to do something extra for you. So it was actually my husband's birthday, so I wanted to do like a birthday surprise for them. So I found the email after like digging for so long. I'll put the email here if you're interested in emailing them. And oh my God, sorry, don't look at my nail. Anyways, so if you're interested in emailing them because you need something, I'll list the email address right here. But basically I bought this like unforgettable birthday package, and what it was $55 US. It included rose petals, chilled wine, they blew up some balloons, and a birthday cake, and you get to choose kind of what kind of sparkling wine you're interested in, and what kind of cake you want. So I thought that was pretty good. And when you do contact the butler, they'll actually email you like a package of all these extra things that they can do for you at the resort. So if you're interested in getting a Bali bed, the bronze package for that for half day from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. is $50 US. And if you want a full day Bali bed from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., that's actually $80 US. And what that includes is basically literally just the bed and like a personalized service, whatever that means. We didn't end up doing that. If you want to get the silver package, it comes with 1 bottle of wine. It's a full day from 9 to 6 p.m. It comes with some cold cuts and some cheeses, a fruit plate, and that's $120 US. You can also get a gold package, which is the Bali bed, whole day, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., a bottle of wine, cheese and cold cuts, some paninis or sushi, a fruit plate, and that's $150 US. It's 2-person max, by the way, for all these packages. And if you want a platinum package, it's again the whole day from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's 1 bottle of Moet, champagne, cheese and cold cuts, a fruit plate, a seafood or meat grill, and that's $250 US. I rarely saw anybody doing that full package. What we did see were people doing like the bronze half day from like 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. for $50 US. And it's on a good part of the beach too. Do I think it's worth the money? I don't know. I mean, if you want to splurge a little bit, go ahead, do your thing. So all in all, the beach was absolutely beautiful, but I did not like the fact that people were reserving their beach chairs super early, and I wasn't into that. Now let's get into the food. So what I think is really important to understand here is that if you've never been to an all-inclusive, you might be in for a little bit of a shocker. Because the majority of the time, all-inclusives are really just trying to feed the masses. Like, that's what they're really doing. So you need to think, they're thinking about cooking food that they can cook for large groups of people. And so you're gonna get a lot of like French fries, sandwiches, some type of meat, bread, cheeses, meats, whatever. That's usually what you're going to get the majority of the time. The food at the resort wasn't that great. Unfortunately, I think it's actually quite difficult to get good resort food anywhere you go. I've been to Mexico 8 times. I've been to Cabo, Tulum, Riviera Maya, Cancun, and it can be tough. Like all-inclusive food can be definitely tough. So I suggest if you can go off the resort, just like maybe once or twice, just to have like a different type of dinner. I really wanted some local Dominican food. Again, this was my first time in the Dominican Republic, first time to Punta Cana, and I was really hoping that the resort would maybe showcase some of the local food. And unfortunately, there wasn't any, not even at the a la carte, not even at the buffet. So I was a little bit disappointed in that, but I should have known better. Like I should have known, like, you know what I mean? So, for the food, there's a variety of different restaurants. There are some that are dedicated to Trs Turquesa guests only. For example, Helios. Helios is probably going to be your go-to for breakfast. They've got a buffet portion, and they've also got the a la carte. For me, breakfast, like I just want to get in, eat, and then go and lay on the beach. So we just did the buffet version, and there was lots to choose from. It wasn't bad. Like I'm the type of person, I don't know what it is when I'm on vacation. Like I eat a lot of eggs and like toast, bagels, cream cheese, just like something simple and some fruit. And so that's basically what I did. They had like a little bit of a juice bar for breakfast, which was good. One day we actually tried the buffet at the sister resort in the Grand Palladium, and that was okay. They had like an omelet station, so they can make your make an omelet for you. At Helios, they don't have that. They don't have an omelet station at the buffet. It's quite small. What I would say is there is a Palladium Hotel Group app. Please download this app because it's going to list essentially all of the restaurants, all of the times that they're open, all of the activities as well. So I highly recommend downloading that app because it also has the menu for the different restaurants. My favorite restaurant was Cusco, which was actually like a Peruvian, Japanese like blend thing, and it was really good. My favorite meal from that one was the sushi was actually like quite decent there. I was quite happy with that. What I had there was like this fried rice with like pork, egg, and I forgot like another meat in there, and it was actually really good. That was like my favorite meal. I think we went there twice and it was really good. I would not suggest for food, to be perfectly honest with you, I did not like the El Dorado. I did not like El Dorado. And El Dorado was like the steakhouse. And I don't know what it was, but like, it was like they were trying to cover up the food was not good at that restaurant. And they just brought us all this food that we didn't order. And I was like, this is such a waste of food. Like we did not order like 3 steaks. There's 2 of us. I literally can barely eat one of these gigantic steaks anyways. I don't know why you're bringing this to me. So I thought that was very strange. The chicken wings were really good. But other than that, everything else was just kind of like, I don't know. For some reason, like the way that they explain the food was like not what we got or not what we saw, which was really unfortunate because the servers and everybody were so nice. But yeah, so if you're going to eat anywhere, I think Cusco is your number 1, and everything else was kind of a 1 out of 5. I'm sorry. So another place we actually went for dinner was Carpaccio. I had the lobster there, and it wasn't good. I don't know if it's just I don't get the hype around lobster. I don't get the hype around lobster, and I just didn't like the lobster. But the service was great. The people were so nice. We did have like this really good app that was like this, there was like this cheese and like bacon salad walnut thing, and that was really good. With the food, there's also room service, and the room service is actually 24 hours. So if you're interested in the room service, again, download the app because it'll list the menu on there. They've got like their breakfast, lunch, dinner, and like late night menu. For room service, we got like the quesadillas and the burritos, and that was actually really good. I was actually very surprised at how good it was. We ordered room service like a few times when we were there. I think maybe 4 times or so, when we were like in between like lunch and dinner, and we were kind of a little bit hungry. So again, download the app because the app will have the menu for that as well. Like I mentioned earlier, your butler will send you a text every like morning or the evening before like the next day, which basically will just have like a list of all the activities that are going to be happening at the resort the next day or the day of. And so they'll talk about like, oh, there's archery going on today, or there's soccer, or oh, there's going to be paint night tonight, or there's a pool party, whatever. So that's really important. So again, like download WhatsApp if you can to get all this information. The activities, we didn't end up actually going to any because we kept hearing complaints from people where they were saying that they would go to the activity and it wasn't like running. So there was that. One of the activities I saw was yoga in the mornings in front of Helios with like the live music and stuff, which I thought was really cool. I didn't participate. I just watched them. But that was that. So a lot of people are looking for like different activities to do at a resort. And I think that they do provide a few of them. Whether or not they're actually running, that's something that you'll have to check the day of. So yeah. The pools were really nice. Albeit they're very cold, of course, because a lot of these pools don't have heating. So we didn't actually see many people in the pools. I'm not a pool girly. When I go on an all-inclusive, I'm a beach girly. But then again, like the pools were there. So if you're interested in going into it, you can. There is a secret pool. It smelled like sewage. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just being honest. There were people there like drinking. So that was cool. Oh, in terms of drinking, the best drinks are at the lobby bar. Okay. By far, the best drinks are at the lobby bar. And the reason why I say that is because the best drinks that are there at the lobby bar are the drinks that are premium. So they've got like Don Julio, Patron, like those types of drinks will be at the lobby bar. I did not see those like top shelf liquors at like the beach bar. I don't know why, but for some reason, whenever we would order drinks at the beach bar, they just like weren't as good as the lobby bar. So I used to actually take the long walk all the way to the lobby bar. Another activity, the first night we were there, they had like this all white party, which was at the Grand Palladium at the end. And that was okay, but there were kids there, of course, because it's an all-inclusive and those resorts were like family friendly. So if like that's your vibe, like go ahead and do that. If it's not your vibe, don't do that. If you can, as soon as you get there, find a bartender that you like and tip them, because they're going to make you the best drinks the entire time. And again, go to the lobby bar for the drinks. Run away from the people in the green shirts unless you're interested in getting a timeshare. They are extremely aggressive, like very aggressive to the point that I was running away from them. Like I was actually scared. So if you're interested in timeshare though, go ahead and talk to them. But if not, run for your life or just say like, I'm not interested immediately. Chic show was really good. It's really long. I don't think people understand. They want you to get there for like 7:30. The show doesn't actually start till like 8:30. So they'll keep you outside. You'll be like drinking and they'll do like a little pre-show and then you'll go inside, sit, and there's like a whole menu and you don't actually get to pick and choose what you want. They kind of just bring it to you. And some of the food was like not my vibe. I just didn't really like it. And there was some that were actually good. They'll do dances to different songs from like the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, modern day music. Like they've got music for everybody. They dance, they sing, they do a little bit of aerobatics. Is it aerobatics? No, it's not aerobatics. Acrobatics. They do a bit of acrobatics and they're really good. They're super talented. They're very friendly. There's lots of drinks flowing. They'll come to your table. Sometimes they'll have certain drinks that go with the meal as well, which I thought was great too. And yeah, it's a very long show though. It's like about 4 hours. Yeah, 4 hours. So be prepared for that. But again, and that is a separate charge. It's actually like 60 USD per person. So it's going to be outside of what you're paying for the all-inclusive. So if that's something you're interested in, and it's adults only as well, that show. And it's on the resort. You can take one of the trolleys over, and yeah. And after the show is done, they have like an after party. So basically they just have like a DJ who plays like some music, and everyone just kind of like dances. If you're interested, you could do that. But all in all, you know, Trs Turquesa was quite good. Would I go back there? I don't think so. Don't think I would go back, unfortunately. Like it was okay. I just feel like for what we paid, I was kind of a little bit disappointed. We went at the end of February, early March. So of course it was the high peak season. I think I would have preferred to try Majestic. I've heard a lot of really good things about it. I was a little bit disappointed. I probably would not go back to that resort. And to be perfectly honest with you, I would probably give it a 2.5 out of 5. When I compare it to the other resorts I've been to, like in Mexico, the service was a lot better. The food was better. Just like the resort ambiance was better. There was a lot more to do. We were kind of bored, and unfortunately, but yeah, I wouldn't go back there again. With that being said though, read lots of reviews, watch videos, and let me know what you think. If you've been to Trs Turquesa, you know, let me know what you think about it. If you loved it, I want to hear why you loved it. Like maybe you'll convince me to try it again. I don't know. Yeah, like leave a comment below, subscribe if you're interested in more videos like this. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in today. And hope to see you soon. Bye for now.